How's it going, everybody? Welcome to We Do Tech. Now, back at Computex 2018, MSI showed off their new MECH 2 range of AMD graphics cards. Now, you might be thinking, why a new range of AMD graphics cards? And that is most likely to do with the entire NVIDIA GPP thing, where they kind of forced the board manufacturers not to sell AMD graphics cards under a gaming name. Now, the entire GPP thing was a total flop anyway, but MSI was already working on their new AMD gaming GPUs to replace the Gaming X range. And that is most likely what the MECH 2 range is for. Now, I'm not exactly sure if the Gaming X range is gone completely. On some of their sites you can still get it, but on MSI's main website it's not listed anymore. And same goes with most of the retail stores like on Amazon and Rebeltech. And also, when looking at the specs of the new MECH 2 RX580, it's almost exactly the same compared to the Gaming X cards was. So here I currently have a MECH 2 RX580 8GB card that MSI sent over. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a Gaming X RX580 to compare it to, but I will compare it against a GTX 1060 6GB and see how well this card performs. So, with all of that being said, let's jump into today's benchmark review right after this.
Do you live in South Africa and want to get the best deals on all the latest gaming products? Well, Rebeltech is the best place to check out. They have a huge variety of peripherals, PC components, laptops, and just everything else you would need. So go check out rebeltech.co.za to get the products you are looking for at a low price.
So starting off with the specs for the new MECH 2 RX580, it has 2304 cores, a 256-bit memory bus, a stock core speed of 1340 MHz and 8000 MHz for the memory. Now, as for the design, it almost resembles the MSI Armor Mark II exactly, except there is a bit more red on the cover, and same goes for the metal backplate on the back side. But what the MECH 2 does have that the Mark II does not is RGB. Now, you don't really get a lot, it's just the MSI logo on the side, but you can adjust the colors and then also choose between 4 different effects. And so power, you get a standard 8-pin power connection. For I/O, you get 2 display ports, 2 HDMI ports, and a DVI-D port. As for the fans, it comes with MSI's Torx 2.0 fans. It delivers a better cooling, plus it keeps noise to a minimum. And then also it does have a zero frozer that keeps the fans from spinning unless the temperature of the card goes above 60 degrees. But now, continuing with cooling, this is where there is a bit of a difference between the MECH 2 and the Gaming X. The MECH 2 series utilizes 3 extended 6mm copper Super SU heat pipes with a block in the middle, whereas the Gaming X uses 6 shorter 8mm thick copper heat pipes with a larger fin design. So I'm not exactly sure which one will deliver the best cooling, but the MECH 2 RX580 did stay relatively cool at 74 degrees on an OC, with the fan set to auto, which was running at 33%. So you could have ramped that up a bit and it would have reduced the temps a bit, but at 33% it wasn't too bad, especially with an overclock applied. But now, as for how the MECH 2 performs, for overclocking, I was able to add an extra 120 MHz to the core and 250 MHz to the memory in MSI's Afterburner. But you can also just use MSI Gaming app for easier overclocking with 3 different profiles. So if you're a bit lazy, you can just use that. But as for the benchmark, so I compared the MECH 2 RX580 8GB to a 1066GB, where they were pretty much neck and neck in gaming performance. But as for synthetic benchmarks, there it was the RX580 beating out the GTX 1060 with a fair amount. So that's pretty much it for my review of MSI's new MECH 2 RX580 8GB. It did deliver good performance, it did stay relatively cool and all of that. It doesn't look the greatest. I would have liked if it was a bit more gamery, but it's not too bad. You most of the times only see the size of the card anyway, so, and the backplate, it's cool, so it doesn't really matter there. Also, I'm not exactly sure again if it is replacing the Gaming X completely. We might be seeing different ones coming out later on. Perhaps if we see new AMD cards coming out in the future. I'm not sure when that will be though. But anyway, for the moment, you do have these ones that will be coming out shortly. For pricing, I'm not exactly too sure. I didn't get a pricing for these, but from what I read online, they should be going for around $350 for the RX580 and $320 for the RX570, but pricing should vary from where you actually get it. So once it is out, which should be relatively soon, I will leave the links in the video description where you can get it on Rebeltech if you live in South Africa, or Amazon if you live somewhere else. But again, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys. A big thanks to MSI for sending over the RX580. And if you guys want me to review anything else, let me know down in the comments below and we'll take a look at that. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I will check all of you next time. Cheers, guys.